Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn about part 3 of lesson 5, Indian rivers and water resources. Understand? This is the last part that we have to learn about water conservation, about HIWARE Bazar selected as a Adarsh Gram Yojana. Understand how the water conservation are conservated in HIWARE Bazar in Maharashtra government or Maharashtra area. Right? Now, where is HIWARE Bazar? Where it is located? HIWARE Bazar was selected under the Adarsh Gram Yojana of Maharashtra government for watershed and all-round development of the village. HIWARE Bazar is located in Ahmednagar district in Maharashtra. Understand? It is situated on the eastern side of the Sahyadri mountain ranges that run north-south and separate Konkan, the coastal region, from the rest of Maharashtra. Understand? So you have to remember that HIWARE Bazar is located in Ahmednagar district in Maharashtra. Okay, you keep in mind. The Ahmednagar district is drought prone with an average rainfall of about only 400 millimeters. అంటే చాలా తక్కువ వర్షపాతం ఉంది ఇక్కడ. చూడండి, it is located in rain shadow region, mostly eastern part. మనకి అక్కడ చూస్తే HIWARE Bazar తాలూకా ఈస్టర్న్ పార్ట్ అనేది రెయిన్ షేడో రీజన్లో ఉంది. ఓకే, మరి ఎలా కన్జర్వ్ చేశారు వాటర్ని అండ్ హౌ ద farming practices were regulated in the context of HIWARE Bazar to improve the water conservation. Understand? What are the methods they used that? Okay? They implemented that different projects. Soil and water conservation works are implemented. How they implemented that? The soil water conservation works in HIWARE Bazar were implemented on common lands and on private grasslands. CCTS, very very important. Continuous contour trenches. Understand? దీన్ని మనం CCTS అని చెప్తాం. They were dug on the hill slopes to arrest, means stop the erosion of soil. Understand? Harvest water and increase growth of grass. A number of water harvesting structures were also built in the village. Check dams and percolation tanks. Understand? And loose boulder structures and plantations on the forest lands and roadsides were also part of this program. Very very important. These are the some important conservation methods, water conservation methods. Thank you for listening my voice, and subscribe my channel and tell to your friends and family members. If they not subscribe my channel, you have to subscribe it. Ask them to subscribe it. Okay, and watch my previous videos already uploaded, almost 10th class and 8th class and 9th class also. You can watch that and tell to your friends who are belong to that classes 8th, 9th and 10th. Understood? Right. I will do that remaining 6th and 7th class, and also general important topics and GK related, and which is very useful for who are preparing that competitive exams. Understand? And also important one, when the Adarsh Gram Yojana was launched in Maharashtra region or Maharashtra, there were also some preconditions set by the people and panchayat. Okay? అంటే మహారాష్ట్రలోని ఆదర్శ గ్రామ పథకానికి మొదలుపెట్టినప్పుడు గ్రామాల ఎంపికకు అనేది కొన్ని షరతులు పెట్టారు. అంటే ఏంటి? ప్రీ కండిషన్ అంటే ముందుగానే వాళ్ళు కొన్ని నిబంధనలు అనేవి అమలు చేయడం జరిగింది. వీటిలో సమ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ 4 బండీస్ ఆర్ దేర్. Bandis means what it is? Ban. 4 bans. What are that 4 bans? It was set by the village panchayat people. So one of the person experienced. Who was that person? Ralegaon Siddhi. అతని తాలూకా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ప్రకారంగా చూస్తే అక్కడ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయంటే 4 బండీస్ అనేవి ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అవుతూ ఉన్నాయి. ఏంటా 4 బండీస్? ఫస్ట్ వన్ చూస్తే మనకి కుర్హాబ్ బండి మీన్స్ బ్యాన్ ఆన్ ఫెల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ ట్రీస్, అంటే చెట్లు నరకడం అనేది నిషేధము. నెక్స్ట్ చరాయ్ బండి అంటే బ్యాన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీ గ్రేజింగ్ అంటే పశువులు అంటే క్యాటిల్ స్వేచ్ఛగా మేయడానికి వదలడం అనేది నిషేధము. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ చరాయ్ బండి అంటే ఏంటి? బ్యాన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీ గ్రేజింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ నషా బండి అంటే బ్యాన్ ఆన్ లిక్వర్ అంటే తెలుసు కదా, మత్తు పానీయాలు అనేవి నిషేధము. అలాగే నష్ బండి అంటే ఫ్యామిలీ ప్లానింగ్, అధిక సంతానం అనేది నిషేధము. ఇవే కాకుండా ఇంకా స్వచ్ఛందంగా ప్రజలు శ్రమదానం కూడా చేయాలి. శ్రమదాన్ అంటే ఏంటి? వాలంటరీ ఫిజికల్ యాక్ట్. అండర్స్టాండ్? అలాగే ఇందులో భూమి లేనటువంటి పేదలకు దీని నుంచి కొంత మినహాయింపు అనేది ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. మినహాయింపు అంటే ఎగ్జంప్షన్. అండర్స్టాండ్? రైట్. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద picture of Tungabhadra Dam during construction in 1952. Okay, once observe this before situation at HIWARE Bazar in Maharashtra area, Ahmednagar district. Okay, see, this is observe how they developed that programs we already discussed here. Okay, mostly that water conservation works. These are all water conservation works. See here in that pictures, before how it is and after that how it is. Before there is no green grass or green core, and after that they implemented programs, then developed that. Okay, plantations and water conservation methods and CCTs, dug that CCTs. So ఇవన్నీ కూడా right. Under the Adarsh Gram Yojana, the government said that some preconditions. Understand? So what are the steps taken by the government? 4 bandis or bans were implemented in the HIWARE Bazar village. What are they? Very, very important. First one, Kurhat Bandi means ban on felling of trees. Charai Bandi means ban on free grazing. Nas Bandi means family planning methods. Family planning means control that population. ఓకే, అంటే పిల్లలు పుట్టకుండా ఆపరేషన్స్ అనేవి, అబార్షన్స్ అనేవి చేయడం. ఓకే, అండ్ నష్బందీ means what it is, ban on liquor. Liquor means they no need to, they do not take any liquor. Okay, all people except the landless laborers have to do some Shramadhan. Shramadhan means what it is. It is also one kind of voluntary physical labor. Without money, they have to do work. And also there were other bans like ban on bore wells for irrigation and growing sugar and banana and selling one's land to any outsiders. As a result of these measures, the irrigated areas for summer crops has increased in the HIWARE Bazar from 7 to 72 hectares. In a year of normal rainfall, there is enough water in the wells to irrigate not only the Kharif Bajra but also the Rabi, Jowar and some summer vegetable crops also there. The most important development is that water is available for a second crop. Understand? With this, migration to other areas has reduced. అంటే మైగ్రెంట్ పీపుల్ అనేవాళ్ళు బయటికి వెళ్లకుండా సెకండ్ క్రాప్ ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడే వర్క్ చేయడం అనేది జరుగుతూ ఉంది. ద వేజ్ రేట్స్ ఆల్సో went up, means more. The main thing is the social control over the groundwater extraction and use of no bore wells for irrigation and no water intensive crops like sugarcane. Water for irrigation should be taken only through dug wells. People of this village preserved the rainfall data and used it for crops planning and water use prioritization. Before of this, even in a years of continuous drought, there was no drinking water shortage. This is mainly because they plan according to the water availability. To help small and marginal farmers, improvement of the livestock economy was also undertaken. Loans have been given to the many farmers. As a result, the number of the milch animals increased in the village and production of the milk increased from 140 to 3000 liters per day. Understand? Now you will learn about common pool of resource. What is common pool of resource? Water is a common pool of resource. How do you say this? This is very important. Groundwater has become the main source of water, especially for domestic and agriculture purpose. The current laws on groundwater use are both outdated and inappropriate. అంటే ప్రజెంట్ ఉన్నటువంటి లాస్ అన్నీ కూడా ఓల్డ్ అయిపోయినటువంటివి, కరెక్ట్గా లేవు. సో దే వర్ డెవలప్డ్ ఎట్ ద టైమ్ when the groundwater was a marginal source of water. Understand? Today, shallow and deep tube wells draw a lot of water. Present day చూస్తే మనకి ట్యూబ్ వెల్స్, డీప్ ట్యూబ్ వెల్స్ అనేవి వాటర్ని ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది, అంటే వాటర్ని తీస్తూ ఉన్నారు. కరెంట్ లాస్ అంటే ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్నటువంటి చట్టాలు Current laws on groundwater use are inappropriate because they established a link between groundwater and land watership. Land ownership. Underground water does not obey human land ownership boundaries that are made on the surface. Understand? Water is flowing resource, and what is extracted from an individual tube well or well depends on the underground rock formation, the recharge from rainfall or surface water. Today, groundwater is the main source of water for people. When there is so much extraction, ఎక్కువ వాటర్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? It affects others in connected areas. Therefore, we cannot allow individual landowners to extract as much water as they wish from their land. It's meant for all. So, water should be thought of a collective pool resource and public property which is meant for all the people. Laws and rules are to be made to recognize that's why water is a common flowing resource. They should not stop. No one cannot be stopped that water because it is no one ownership there for the underground water. Drinking water is the first priority as well as the human right. Panchayati Raj institutions must have control over the use of groundwater. The dispute over water use between the Perumutti Gram Panchayat in Kerala and the Coca-Cola company, the two judges of the Kerala High Court gave contradictory judgments on the whether groundwater is a public resource or not. Understand? ఒకసారి చూద్దాం ఈ జడ్జిమెంట్ ఏంటిది. Here given that judgment, in that first judge declared that water is a public property. That second judge given that landowner has full right over his land. So here కన్ఫ్యూజన్ దేర్. ఫస్ట్ జడ్జ్ ఏమన్నాడు? వాటర్ ఈజ్ ఏ పబ్లిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ అన్నాడు, అంటే వాటర్ అనేది అందరికి సంబంధించింది. సెకండ్ జడ్జిమెంట్ గివెన్ హియర్ ల్యాండ్ ఓనర్కి ఫుల్ రైట్స్ ఉన్నాయి అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ల్యాండ్ మీద అని చెప్తూ ఒకరు చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ గివెన్ దట్ సుప్రీం కోర్ట్. అండర్స్టాండ్? లెట్ us see here what is mentioned in the last the judgment. It was happened in Supreme Court on January 2014. Understand? Here two decisions given by the judges in Kerala gave two opposing views. Understand? Already discussed that. Right? Thank you. మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.